Here we are in the barn at Chaput Family Farms. Okay, we're recording. We're at the Chaput Family Farms in North Troy, Vermont for their Cow Power open house. It's Friday, October 8th.
Generator and the interconnection grid.
But I mean, size-wise,
Hey, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Raise your hand if you hear me. Wow, even out there, you can hear me. All right. If you guys want to come up a little bit closer. Welcome to the Chaput Family Farms. I'm going to do my best to try to perform like an MC without being musical. But Reg asked if I could try to recognize a few folks, get folks here to understand what it took to make a project like this happen. My name is Dave Dunn. I work for a program that some of you probably have heard of, the Cow Power program at Central Vermont Public Service. There are so many people to recognize today. I'll apologize right now if we skip over anybody. It would be inadvertent in just that the list to make a project like this happen is huge. It takes a brave farm first and foremost, and at this time I'd like to recognize Reg and Mike Chaput for the amount of effort they put into this project. We've talked about things like this, but the opportunity now to produce energy from your neighbor in a really significant way, renewable energy that has significant benefits, operating on a dairy farm, operating in a way to help mitigate some of the odor issues of a very, very important fertilizer for the farm.
And thank you, Dave, for that introduction. Mike, Reg, and Brian, congratulations for this successful day. I'd like to recognize a couple special ladies. Mrs. Chaput, did you ever imagine that you would be here today? How about a big round of applause for Mom? Judy Canales. She is the Administrator of Business and Cooperative Programs from the USDA. She is our special friend from Washington, Molly Lampert, our USDA administrator in Vermont, or whatever, in Vermont, New Hampshire, with her whole team here today. Judy, thank you for coming to Vermont. Thank you for your support. Happen in life when individuals step up, and in this case, 3 brothers and a family step up and say, we're going to do something. But great things happen when teams of people mobilize and say, we're going to make a difference. I got a long list, and I know other speakers are going to have the opportunity to share, but one of the reasons it's such a layup for me, is such a no-brainer to support a project like this, is when you see the local dollars that be recycled in the kingdom, and all the contractors and the excavators and the electricians and the people behind the scenes.
I want to recognize the people who made this financially possible. The USDA, we got a financial grant and loan from them, and Cheryl, you and your group were really great to work with, so thank you. Appreciate that. Clean Energy Development Fund, we got a grant and a loan through them, and so appreciate that. This wouldn't have been possible without them. And CVPS, Renewable Energy, and the Agency of Ag, we got grants through them, and appreciate that. Speed program, John Spencer's here. I think they're the ones that will be buying our electricity for the next 20 years. So making this whole thing financially possible, and of course Cow Power. So appreciate it. A lot of contractors.
Thank you. On behalf of Vermont Electric Cooperative, in addition to thanking all of you, I want to acknowledge those without whom this project really would never happen. That's number 2257, number 808. I think I see number 93 over there, and all of the other 830 participants, without which this wouldn't be happening. Now, something that's getting a lot of attention in the electric industry is called the smart grid. And I think many people view the smart grid as some amorphous thing off in a cyber cloud somewhere that is going to happen somewhere else sometime in the future. But the reality is that the smart grid is what we have going on right here, right now in North Troy. In addition to the electrons being fed into the traditional grid, with this project, we're feeding nearly real-time information and data through a smart meter, through a fully automated substation, to our control center in Johnson, also to the speed facilitator who is allocating it to all the utilities in Vermont. So anyway, as Vermont Electric Cooperative, we're honored to be a part of this project. We look forward to working with this project and others to ensure success for years to come. Within VEC, a couple of names. Dean Dennis was the lead engineer on the project, put forth a Herculean effort. We also had communications people, Yatsik Shamre and Fred Wiseman, and also Dave Lehar, who is our key accounts manager. I'd like to thank all of you and especially all of them, and best of luck to the Chaputs and all of us.